Hello, guys. Welcome back to No For Real Podcast. This is Thoraya,
Hello guys, this is Yasmin.
and we have a guest.
Hi guys, I'm Tabarak.
A very
Wow. Why did you switch to Arabic right away?
we got a
no.
culture shock.
Okay.
This
Welcome
is
to the
very-
podcast.
Hi guys, I'm Tabarak.
Yes, that's my sister. She's my older sister.
A very,
Yes,
very special
always.
guest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is her first time doing a podcast with us. And we're excited to pick on her brain and see what's going on in there.
Don't be harsh, please.
A lot of things.
A lot
So,
of things. Exactly.
How are you doing?
Good, good. Thank you guys for having me here.
Oh, thank you
I'm
for being
excited.
Yeah.
You can ask, but not a lot of questions, please.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. It's been a tough week in my opinion because my grandma's here and it's very rare for me to take care of older people. But this week been a little bit tough, honestly. I feel like so much drama happened. But thank God my sister is here because
Yeah,
it can
because I'm
help a
doing
little
all the
bit,
work.
honestly. Yeah, exactly. But just me being present in the in the environment is making me like a little bit tired.
drained you a tiny bit.
Yeah, it
Okay.
drained my energy, to be
Yeah.
honest. And Tuta has a vacation and she's supposed to be here enjoying her time with us. But my grandma's here, so we're just spending time with grandma. It's a different fun, it's like a family chores kind of fun. I
Yeah,
don't know.
family visits, go
Yeah.
back and forth, all coming to see grandma, and then going.
Very
to their
family
house.
oriented week, to be honest. And I'm not used to that. Like, I'm not the type of person that spends so much time with family and things like that. I
True.
barely spend time with friends. Like, she's the only one that I probably see often.
Thank
Yeah.
the Lord.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
know, I know.
Thank you
And
for
then
giving me
she doesn't
time.
ever come and visit me, so
I'll go visit her. One day you'll see me in Fresno visiting you to go to Yosemite. That's my whole point.
That's why she's not coming to visit me. She's coming to go to Yosemite.
The whole point is every time I tell Tuta I want to come, she's like, yeah, come so we can go to Yosemite. So this is my thought is I'm going to go to Yosemite.
Okay, fair.
She wanna see you, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
two birds with one stone. Might as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Good.
And yeah, that's been my week. How about you, Sim?
Nothing really.
Nothing.
No, not
No, you
nothing.
had a very eventful week.
No, it's because if something like crazy happened, it's fine. Things passes. But I would
That's your
say
normal.
a lot of family members had been in the hospital, so I just been
And that's just normal.
I was just there checking on them and jumping around. But everyone is good now, stable. So I'm very happy.
Thank
for
God.
that.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank God.
And life goes on.
Sure.
It
Good.
is what it is. True.
It is what it is. Yeah.
True. Tuta is used to seeing sick
Yeah.
people and spending time in the hospital.
So
yeah.
introduce yourself, Dr. Tabarak Altai.
Okay, you just introduced me, but yeah. Guys, I'm Dr. Tabarak Altai. Finally.
Finally, she can say I'm a doctor.
Yeah, I get to hear a lot in the hospital that whenever I leave the hospital, I just do not want to hear it anymore.
Don't
Yeah.
call me a doctor outside the hospital.
Yeah,
No?
like I get sick of people calling me Dr. Altai. I'm like, oh,
Oh, I'm
what is
sorry.
next?
I just said that.
It's all the time.
Yeah.
Do you think working in a hospital is an easy environment?
Nope, absolutely not. Never.
Really?
No.
What is the hardest thing?
Just being in the hospital. It's just when you're a doctor, the responsibility fall on you in every single aspect. Like the nurses, if, for example, it's something so simple like diet. Somebody is not eating now. We put them MPO. Let's say they're having surgery, and then we put them MPO at night, and then they have the surgery, and then after the surgery they need to eat. But I have so many patients that I'm like, I'm thinking about medical problems. I'm not thinking about, oh, did I start this person on diet yet or not?
Oh, wow.
And then you get a nurse call and message and page, doc, this patient has not gotten food yet. Are we gonna start a diet? I'm like, dude, one patient is dying here and you're worried about diet. Give him diet and I'll put in the order.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna start the diet until you put in the order. Like those very stupid things. Or like at night you're responsible for an entire hospital, and then you get a nurse messaging you while you're responding to a rapid response, which is like somebody basically
Emergency.
is almost crashing. She's messaging me, oh, this patient need melatonin, needs something to sleep. I'm like, really that's what you're worried about?
Wow.
Yeah. Did you see how
I feel
stressful?
like every nurse will be worried about her patient, not thinking about what the doctor is actually busy doing.
Exactly. And like, they do a lot. Trust me. I get it. They do a lot. But then they think that we're not doing anything.
Yeah.
They think that we're just sitting in our charting room doing nothing, just having fun. But they're doing the labor work. But if she has 4 patients, I have 40 patients.
Yeah.
And then
see what you
if
mean.
she's responsible for those 4, cleaning them, feeding them, giving them the medication, I'm the one who's putting those medication. I'm the
Yeah.
one who's changing those medication. I'm the one who's responsible if I give this patient the wrong medication and something happen, it's on me.
Yeah.
The only thing they're doing is doing this.
Following the
orders.
Yeah. It's
And
easy
then-
to follow orders than make the order.
Exactly. So like the responsibility is just too much on us.
Yeah.
And I feel as a resident, and I'm still a resident. I'm not an official doctor yet.
Yeah.
I'm just a resident, and as a resident, that we're already overworked, and then you get on top of that, you get all those orders, like silly orders that I have to do, because if I don't, I'll get a headache the entire day. So I have to do whatever I'm asked for.
Do you think there is a shortage in actual doctors?
I absolutely think there is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is there someone that is not a doctor, but like a level or 2 below you, that can take some of these responsibilities off of you, and your hospital just does not have that person? Or is...
Well, we do have physician assistant, which is we call them PA, or nurse practitioner, which NPs. I'm just gonna stop here.
Okay.
They're just not as experienced as a doctor. Is that what you're going to say, or what?
Yeah, they're not, but they act as a doctor, and then when they mess up,
It's on the doctor.
comes and fix it.
It's the-
We have to
yeah.
fix it.
Okay, gotcha.
And when you try to tell them this is wrong, they don't get it, because they basically memorize. Like, oh, for somebody who has, let's say, heart failure, I'm going to give them Lasix.
Yeah.
But why do you give the Lasix? How much do you give Lasix?
Yeah.
Why you use this medication other than the other medication? They don't know. They just know this plus this equal this. But how? They don't know.
So lack of experience.
Lack of
Yeah,
experience, lack of knowledge. I mean, they go to school for 2 years. That's all.
Versus
2
10
years.
yeah,
Exactly.
That's a lot of difference.
They do undergrad, which is 4 years, and then they go 2 years. And those 2 years is studying and training.
Oh,
We
but yours
do-
is divided through 4 years. 2 years studying, 2 years training, plus residency.
Exactly.
Wow.
And the least residency you do is 3 years. That's the least. So
Yeah.
I do 4 years medical school, 2 years of studying, 2 years of training as a medical student.
Yeah.
And then you do residency, which is 3 years. That's the least one.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 6,
Depending
just
on what specialty, right?
what specialty. Yeah.
Wow. How about people who have family that are picky, or like, let's say you have a patient, but one of his family member is actual doctor or somebody in the medical field that will question every single thing you're doing to your patient. Have you gone through something like that?
All the time. You just try to avoid them.
Wow.
Yeah, like you have to go like every day. So we have to go and round on the patient every day. And
Okay.
then when you have a patient that their family know anything in the medical field, sometimes it's just a janitor in a hospital that had heard of some medication, and then they come and ask you. So you have to explain to them, like, this is not what it is. But if you have somebody whose family member is a doctor, some of them, I like it because they don't pronounce, like they don't say, or like, sorry, they don't announce that I'm a doctor.
Okay.
So you go there, you talk, and then later they would say, oh, by the way, I'm a doctor. And I'm like, okay, so you knew what I was talking about.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
But sometimes they would be questioning everything. So like they go through their labs and like, oh, well, this lab is this and this lab and this. And sometimes it's okay because like, I might miss something. Like, it's their family, I understand, and they're checking every little thing. And like I might miss something. Of course, not something major, but like something very minor that I might miss, and they picked on it, and I appreciate that. Sometimes I feel, honestly, I just have to be a little extra careful with them, but I don't feel they give us a hard time. Like,
Gotcha.
They understand
They
what's
can
there.
relate. Yeah.
Yeah, but you just have to know what you tell them, and know that whatever you do, they can find out that you had done. Like, especially as residents, because sometimes we make mistakes. Like,
Yeah,
we're
that's
learning.
why you're a
We're
resident.
learning. So if I messed up on something, they can pick on it, and they would also understand. So like, would say, I get it. As long as I didn't hurt their family,
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Nice.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Did you grow up watching Grey's Anatomy?
I actually watched it. Yeah.
Recently or like
No,
as
no.
it went?
Whenever Dr. Dreamy
I've
died.
never watched it.
Oh, I think I watched
Just-
only 4 seasons.
Okay.
There's one doctor. The only reason I watched it because Dr. Dreamy. He was like
She had a
Meg
crush
Dreamy.
on one
I-
actor.
Okay,
Meg-
which one is that one?
He is. We watched a movie the
He's
other
a
day.
tall
green-eyed
guy.
one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm in love with that
Yeah,
one. too.
whenever he
I'm
died,
not-
I stopped watching. Seriously.
Oh, he died in the series.
I'm sorry. I ruined it
okay,
for
it's
you.
fine. I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
if he's gonna die.
Yeah, like
I'm
there's
literally-
one dies. Well, there's 2. There's one of them that left, and I was like, you know what? Fine, I'll keep on watching for
Yeah.
the other one. And the other one died, and I'm like, that's it. I'm done. And it's a nothing. Like Grey's Anatomy is nothing. Like,
That was my next question.
yeah.
Is the vibe similar?
Nope.
Or
Nope. No.
Okay.
I mean, like the overwork, which they don't actually talk about it in the show.
They show it,
But
but they
you
don't
show
talk
it.
about
The
it.
rush.
Yeah, that
Yes.
rush. Yeah, it's there.
Okay.
Yeah, like some of it to some extent.
Yeah.
I would say I think they're surgery resident, so like all that trauma and blood and that's they can see.
Yeah.
I'm not a surgery, I'm an internal medicine, which is like just a medicine side. I don't see that as much, but I do see that.
Gotcha. So this is the one. Okay,
Yeah.
Cool.
But when I did surgery as a medical student, you have to do surgery. I saw a lot of that trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You're done with school now, and like, well, pretty much, except like the
Yeah, just like
residency.
I'm done with school. School, I'm done. I'm just
But
doing
the
residency,
But
just
you
training.
you do have exams, right?
Yeah, you have to take
Yeah,
exams. Yeah.
of course. But like, reflecting back, what are the things that you regretted, and what are the things that you came out of it as like a good thing that you take up from those 10 years?
Honestly, I regret doing medicine because it took a lot from me. Like age,
It's long. It's
Ti-
just a long
very
process.
long. It's
Yeah.
like time consuming, emotionally draining. You're away from family. All your friends that did college, they have families, they have houses, they've established their career, and I'm still at my age watching them having their kids, having their family, having their first, second house, and I'm still considered basically a learner. I'm still a student.
Yeah.
I'm still
You just
studying.
now started kind of your career.
Kind of.
Training for your career.
Training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something I regret. Sometimes I go back and forth about it. I'm like, oh, what would I have done? That's the thing. I've never, since I was a kid, wanted anything other than being a doctor. So like it's hard for me to see myself doing something else. Like when I say, oh, I wish I didn't do medicine, and then I sit and I'm like, okay, what would I've done? Law, I'm not that good in arguing. Like I might fight, but I cannot argue.
She's a good fighter.
Yeah, a
Let me
good
tell you
fighter,
that.
but I don't know how to argue. So like I would have not been able to do anything else. It's just I think it's too long, too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's harder because you came as a foreigner to the United States? You were not somebody who grew up here, who know the system, who's used to life here?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because people that are from here and they went to school here and they know they want to be a doctor from a young age,
Yeah.
they would go to specialist schools. They would do those AP classes. They would try to graduate early. There's
Minimize their time in school because they know they cannot skip on practice time.
exactly. So like with me, I started late. I graduated high school.
You repeated high school here.
I repeated the last year of high school. So because they needed me to be, well, I wanted to go to university. I didn't want to go to community college. So I had to repeat my last year of high school to be labeled as a U.S. graduate.
Okay.
So I finished high school. My last year of high school, I was 20. I turned 20 in high school.
Yeah.
And then I went to college. And college, you know, it was hard because I've been in the U.S. for less than a year. And I started college. And I was in college for 5 years because I did a pre-med. And I also was working and I was studying. And it was hard.
Yeah.
And then I finished college and I wanted to go to medical school. But while I was in college, I couldn't study for the MCAT, which is the exam that you take for medical school.
Yeah.
And that was too much to study for. So I took a break to study for it.
Yeah.
And then went to medical school.
Yeah.
I started medical school when I was 27. People was with me were 21, 22, 23.
Wow.
Yeah. So I started late, but if
Yeah.
I was from here, no, I would have definitely taken the shorter route.
Yeah.
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 But it does build character when you're not, when you're not from here because you have two
Absolutely.
different perspectives about
Absolutely.
it. But it also, a lot of people that are here and they've known that they wanted it since a young age. And they know how much time it takes to get, because back home it takes 6 years. Here it takes about 10 years, right?
Exactly.
Sometimes they quit. So you started it at an older age
Yeah.
and you never quit. And we are very proud of you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
doing great. And, like you made it happen. Doesn't matter. I think age is just
A number.
It's a number.
really a number.
Yeah,
It
it's
does
true.
not matter at
It's
all.
a number. Even like sometimes I feel I'm older than the residents around me, but then whenever I see patients and they look at me, they're like, "How old are you? You're too young to be a doctor." I'm like, "Thank you. I like that." yeah, like they still see you young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are some that are in their 20s and they're treating
You
them.
know what? The other day I was watching a documentary that says Gen Z and Gen Alpha or something.
Alpha.
What is that?
Alpha. It's
Alpha is like how my
after
nephews and my nieces.
2010.
Yeah,
People who
so
are
yeah.
born
They call
after
them
2000.
alpha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They show how they look older at younger ages because of how much time they spend on blue screens, blue light.
And
I
the way
believe
they
it.
are exposed to so many things.
Yeah.
Girls that are 12 and 13 now look like me when I was 18.
I know.
Like how?
Yes.
The makeup, the way they dress just like us.
Yeah, and blue screen, like
It's
the blue
crazy.
light that reflects from phones and computers and technology that we're depending on nowadays, it makes you look older.
Oh, thank you.
For sure.
Yeah.
Of
I'm
course.
always in front of screens. So
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna-
tried it
But
on...
you weren't as exposed to it
No,
at a
yeah,
younger
that's true.
age,
That's
so
true.
it's yours is like,
Yeah, they
I
tried...
still have time.
They
we still got time. Thank
They
God.
tried to put food flies, some that are exposed to no blue light and some that are exposed to blue light. The ones that were exposed to blue light died, all of them.
Within how long?
I don't know, within a very short period.
like I'm a
but the
calculator.
ones exactly.
What should I do?
But the ones that weren't exposed to blue light, they lived normally.
I mean, yeah, technology, to
And
be
then
honest.
some of them are also having like the necklines at a very young age because everybody's like looking down or like looking at a screen.
That
So
is
you see
scary.
Gen
Oh, I'm gonna
Z,
sit like this.
yeah, and Gen Alpha, they look older than us. Like we look at this age, they probably like 5, 6 years younger than us, looking like us.
No, that's true.
So
It
we're
is,
good.
it is. Because at 12, my eyebrows were, you know.
At 12, I didn't even use any skincare products. Now
at
the
all.
trend for skincare products, it's all young girls. They see how TikTokers like do, like, you know, they get ready with me.
crazy.
Because most of the famous TikTokers out there,
Yeah.
which is what Gen Alpha
Or Gen
use it.
Z. Gen Z and
and
Alpha,
Alpha
I
Gen
think.
Z,
use
Gen
it.
Z.
Dude, I've
Mostly Gen
Yeah,
Z.
Gen Z and Alpha use TikTok, okay? And what they watch is people who put skincare and makeup. So at a very young age, this is what they're interested in. Makeup and skincare. And a guy was like, yeah, my daughter is like 7 or 8 and he spends $1,000 on her skincare every month.
No way.
how old?
7 or I think 9.
7?
Yeah, yeah.
What is she
man.
gonna
She's
look
just repeating what she sees on social media. Like, oh, like try to get ready with
She's
me,
about
basically.
to look 7 for the rest of her life if she's
Or
using that
no,
skincare.
not true because they have thinner skin barrier, so it's gonna ruin her skin.
Girl, the first
Cute.
time I used SPF on my face, I think I was 24.
I know, me too.
Same. I was about the same age, 23, 24.
The
Me
first
too.
cream I used on my face.
Me too. Like I seriously just had a routine, like a night routine 3 years ago.
I know.
Like what, 25, 26?
I think I was watching Friends. That's when I started my night routine. I was watching Friends episode. I don't know if you guys know Friends, but it's like my favorite
If you don't
show.
know Friends, just write Friends. in
It's like
Google.
it's a
Friends
show.
is
It's my
Friends.
favorite.
I don't know how to
It's
explain
my
it.
favorite.
Yeah.
So it was, I think it was Monica. She was 24 and her mom was telling her, oh, you're 24 and you have not started a night routine yet. And I'm like, oh shit, I have to start. And I think I was
Gotta go.
28.
There was no TikTok for you. I don't think you even have a TikTok, right?
No,
Yeah.
I've never used it. Sometimes people
Good.
send me TikTok videos. I go, on Safari and
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah.
And then it asks me. I'm like, nope, not doing that. Even Snapchat, I had it for a while and I just deleted it.
Yeah.
It's just overwhelming.
Yeah.
Having Facebook and
too.
Instagram is more than enough.
I swear, like Facebook and Instagram already takes a lot from my time, and YouTube.
Yeah,
So
I'm off Facebook. I just Instagram.
Facebook is for the older people. Like if I want to keep up with my
Or your
uncle,
grandma. Like for a
Me?
grandma.
keep up with my dad.
That's true.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's true. It's
still
true.
old school.
Do you think it's easy to make friends in your environment, like in the hospital? Coworkers, can they really be friends?
Actually, in residency,
Yeah.
you don't see that a lot. Like you
Okay.
see them acquaintance or like they become friends at work.
Yeah.
Outside of work, not really, but I think I'm very lucky. My program, like
Yeah.
we're very close. Like I do have friends that I think we're gonna be friends for life.
Forever. Yeah.
I think I got really lucky from that aspect.
Yeah.
But usually it's very hard because you're working with them all the time. You're seeing them at work and then you don't want to see them outside. But I don't know, with me it's like I see them at work, I see them at home.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just, like now I'm on vacation and I got a notification from my home because I have a camera. And it's like some of them came to my house. They were grabbing something and left. So like that's how close we are.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I feel like it's very important to have that type of people.
yeah,
Because especially you are away from home. You are away
Exactly.
from family. So having friends that you can depend on and be very close to is very important.
it's very important. Like I have some of them. There's a group of us that we even share our location.
You
So like
have
if
to.
we go anywhere and like
Definitely.
nobody is checking on us, like they check and they're like, okay, yeah, they're there.
I remember when you disappeared for like 12 plus hours and me and Ali were like,
Not
Where-
12. It was 6.
For us, it was a whole day. Okay. Because like I look at Tabarak and she's like in the middle of nowhere. Like I'm checking on her location and it's like in middle of nowhere. First thought, somebody kidnapped my sister and is somewhere in the park and killed her. And I was like, she goes hiking. Let's wait. 1 hour, same location. 2 hours, same location.
Did it like turn off at that location?
Well, there was
Stayed.
no signal.
So it told
Oh,
me
that's
3
why.
hours ago, this location.
Yeah.
It's not changing. She went on a 6 hour
Yeah, I went to Sequoia.
hike.
Yeah.
Like, even if I know my sister hikes, she's not gonna hike for 6 hours, you know? So I was like waiting and waiting and waiting. And I just went to her Instagram and saw the last picture she posted and went and messaged every single person that was tagged in that picture. And it was like 9 people, I think, or 6 people. I don't remember. It was a lot of people. And I messaged all of them. And then we found her. She was hiking.
Oh my God, Taraya, is that at that level?
Me and Ali were
Yeah. I mean, we're
questioning.
all 3 of us. We're like, if Ali, Ali the other day also, I was checking his address because I'm calling him. It goes straight to voicemail.
Yeah.
I checked his address. Last time it was checked was 43. I still remember 43 minutes ago. It was updated. And I'm calling him and he's not, there's nothing. Then after like it was an hour and something and I'm like, he's not there. His phone is still off. I called his friend. I called Thoraya. I'm like, where's Ali? She's like, oh, call his friends. I called his friend. I'm like, where's my brother?
And he's next to him.
And he's like, oh, he's next to me. Like, yeah.
Signal, like T-Mobile signal, it's not
It's
good.
the shittiest.
It's so
out
bad.
there.
It's so bad.
And I think AT&T was out for a whole day nationwide.
oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Because
Like last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And everybody was posting on Facebook is like, oh, we don't have, especially my friends in Austin, because everybody in Austin uses
AT&T.
AT&T more than T-Mobile. And then everybody was like, it's nationwide. That's insane.
Yeah, it
In
was
today's
out on
world,
everyone.
like I feel like a lot of people do depend on their
Everybody should be
Yeah.
covered. Like whenever
Yeah.
I was hiking and there was no signal, I'm like, so you have people that go to moon
For real.
and then you don't have signal that cover
Literally.
Earth? Like I don't get this.
And I feel like
It
it's
doesn't make
way
sense.
more important in areas that are secluded because this is when you really need the internet and the map and call somebody. So in those areas that are secluded, if anything dangerous happens to you and you don't have signal, then what's the point of having a cell phone?
Exactly.
You know?
Like when I was hiking that day,
Yeah.
we actually got lost. And I didn't know how to use a map because I don't know how to use like an actual
Yeah.
regular map. And I was looking at my phone and I cannot locate where I am.
Oh my God.
So like I just had to go back and follow like the order that I went in.
Yeah. I
But-
remember you told me one time you got lost in Austin and they had to call the police.
Yeah, one time we were hiking in Austin and we had to call the police.
Well, at least they came. They helped you.
they came.
rescued you.
Well, they came.
That was back then. That was like
Oh,
almost
good
10
old
plus
days.
Yeah,
years
over
ago.
10 years
they
ago.
don't.
Yeah,
They
no.
came.
I got stuck in the sand. They did not
They
come help me. They told me to call the towing truck.
In today's world, they won't come.
No, then
Yeah,
there
it's-
was a
it's
police
different
car,
now.
ambulance, fire department. The
Nice.
police car sat us in the car and they took us to our cars, but they were yelling at us. They were like, next time when you go hiking, you have maps, actual maps with you.
Don't waste my
yeah,
time.
but we
At
we're
least
saved.
They came in.
Yeah, they gave us water. They took us to our car.
nice.
Yeah, I was in a police car in the back. I think I have pictures.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
I had a long life.
Hell yeah.
Police back then was the actual thing, honestly.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
nice.
No, they used to care. They really used to care. Now, I mean, I also feel bad for them. Like they're low staffed. They don't.
And I don't think they pay
Understaffed.
them enough.
No, they don't.
They don't pay them
and
enough.
then like they send you to go to dangerous areas where everybody is armed. Especially, let's talk about it. Especially in Texas, everybody now is
Everybody's
armed.
armed.
So like
Yes.
you send a police officer 1 or 2 when they go to a neighborhood that everybody is known there to carry gun or even machine gun. What the hell?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I understand those police. They have families. They have kids. They have parents.
For sure.
You
They
know,
don't want to risk
I
it.
also care about my life.
Yeah.
True. True.
Yeah.
I mean, they changed the laws now. Like, if you own a store and you call the police because a thief was stealing from you, if it's not over $900, they're not gonna come.
I heard that too.
It used
even
to
in
be
California.
$100.
No,
Yeah.
now it's 900.
Yeah,
the fuck?
same. Yeah, I know. I heard that.
Yeah, they don't run after you. They don't even come, and yeah.
Yeah, you deal with it.
I don't blame them not wanting to work as a policeman, because it's a bad look for you too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
with all the politics shit, like, it's very bad.
Like
to be a
defunding the
cop.
police and things like
Yeah.
that.
It's like, I'm telling you, we're like at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom, and everybody higher up, they make all these laws while they're sitting on their sweet ass couches, on their private jets, on their yachts,
Exactly.
making laws, and then we're the ones suffering from that.
Question. What do you think about the abortion laws that are changing in the United States? And how do you think that if you perform a surgery on a mother that is about to die and you're not supposed to do abortion to her, you might go to jail? What do you think about that? Like, literally, because
It's
this
getting
is
too
something that
political
is
in here.
really annoying me.
Do you remember that video that I sent?
She sent me a video the other day that if she has a podcast, she would go to the prison.
After my first episode.
Yeah.
And I think that would be the reason why I would go now.
Now I know why.
No, but like this is really something that I feel like is very important.
I'm sorry, this is your body.
Yeah.
Okay? It's my body. When I go and put a tattoo on, it's my damn body.
Yeah.
When I go and decide to commit a suicide, it's my fucking body.
Yeah.
So when I decide that I do not want that parasite inside of my fucking uterus,
Yeah.
it's my body.
Yeah.
You don't get to tell me what to do.
True.
No.
Preach.
That's it. That's it.
Yes.
And then when a doctor is trained to save life,
Yeah.
I'm a doctor that I'm saving a life. When somebody come to me and I know if she goes on with carrying this child, she could die.
True.
I'm saving her life. If I'm gonna cut somebody's arm and leg because they're bleeding to death, why wouldn't I cut that damn uterus off if I know this patient is gonna die with that uterus,
Yeah.
with that baby? Same concept.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
I think only doctors are supposed to vote for something like that or talk about something like that. Only doctors.
Honestly, only women. It does not.
Exactly.
Yeah, women doctors and women,
Yeah.
because doctors. When you say doctors, a lot of men are uneducated about that, and they're just gonna, want to.
I don't think a doctor who is educated would be with that law. I don't think so
Not
because
a
they know how
single-
dangerous
not
some
a single
pregnancies
Yeah,
are.
but sometimes some people are not professional.
Yeah.
Even though they have studied for so many years,
Yeah.
they cannot separate their where they're
Beliefs,
coming from
yeah.
and beliefs from their professional life.
True,
So
true.
I think only women have the right to vote about this thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Period.
It's my
True.
body.
True.
Whenever a man is able to carry a kid, he can go and make his own
Exactly.
law. But you're not gonna put laws for me. You know what? I'm sick of this. All over the years, men make laws, men decide for us, and now when we're like free and we can work and do everything, they label that we can. They're still doing the laws. Who's in power?
True.
Who's writing these laws and changing the laws? It's men. No,
True.
no. This is not your word. We're the one who should be doing this for ourselves, not you doing it for me.
True. I don't think that it should be even talked about. Like, who cares? It's your body. You can do whatever you want with it. You want to carry something or you don't.
Yeah.
It's up to you because at the end of the day, you're the one who's going to care for that baby. If it comes to
Exactly.
life, you're the one who's going to die during birth, if you're not supposed to carry.
Or
So-
just bring babies and have them out in the streets not having any,
Yeah.
the percentage of single mothers are
increasing and
Insane.
increasing.
nowadays. So it's just you're not solving a problem, you're only creating even more problems. So
Yeah, and then so you're forcing this woman to give birth to a baby. She can barely support herself. And then the baby is born. Are you going to take care of the baby? No, she's going to take care of this baby. You're changing the law. Welfare and all that is changing.
Yeah.
You're not giving them enough education because
Yeah,
you
I
don't
used
have
to
time
have sex
for
education
schools.
in my high school. I swear to God, we had sex education in high school for a semester. It was a healthy class, okay, but we had courses that are inside the healthy class, which is you take it only in one semester during high school, but a portion of that healthy class you talk about sex education and what kind of diseases and how you to protect yourself. And now they removed it. I'm like, why?
They moved it?
Yeah, you're not supposed to teach sex education. It's insane.
In a
I'm sorry,
country
but
that
the-
everything is
Open.
very open, you should
So it's
never
okay for
move
you
that.
to teach about gender,
Yeah.
but it's not okay to teach about sex education, which is normal, that has been going on since the existence of not only human, animals.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's
It's-
really
yeah.
worrisome for me sometimes. I'm like, oh, what's going on?
And especially in Texas, I love Texas, but it's the worst state.
It's very conservative.
It
We
is.
have some funny laws here,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
It's not fair. It's really not fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
It's
my
heavy
opinion.
topics, right?
That is. Okay, let's switch it up a little bit fun. Outside of the hospital life, what is your hobbies? What do you like to do to like disconnect yourself from?
True.
From
I love running. Running is my favorite.
We
thing
are
to do.
runners in this family.
Yep.
She's a runner. She's a rock star. Trucks.
She's a rock star.
Right? Track
That's
star,
We're
right?
gonna get copyrighted.
Is
Okay,
that
true.
is that a
That is a song.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a run. It's
I
a
need
song.
that
It's a song.
Yeah.
It's a runner. I was gonna
That's
say.
a run.
She's a
Yeah.
runner. She's
A
something.
rock star. She wants us to get copyrighted.
Yeah. Never mind.
Moving on.
Okay. Run.
Running. I like going to the gym,
Hiking.
hiking. I like going to wineries with my
Nice.
friends.
They have really nice wineries around.
very, very nice wineries, and I like to go to restaurants. Sometimes just hang out with friends. And when I'm really, really tired, I go for a run, and I sit in my bed, do nothing. That's my favorite.
It's nice sometimes
It's
to
a
not do
good
anything.
thing. Yeah, it's a good thing to do every now and then.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's nice.
So that's why I'm telling you guys, you have to come.
Okay, I have a
Very well.
question. What is one thing you would recommend people to do if they want to get into the medical field?
I would say really think about it. Really, really think about it. It's not about being a doctor. Like, you think about, oh, I want to be a doctor and that label, but what comes with that label? You're going to sacrifice a lot. Sacrifice your time, your fun. Basically, you're sacrificing your life to get to that career. Like, whenever you say, I want to save life, trust me.
That means
Trust
you're
me.
putting somebody's life before yours, right?
Exactly. And then when you get to that point and you're a doctor, you've seen so much and the system crushes you so much. It's not about you saving life. It's about you following the orders to save the lives. So think about it. Think about what you want. And if there's something other than medicine you like, please do go for that one.
Do you think technology is changing how medicine is practiced?
So that's the thing. In everything around us,
Yeah.
you can use technology and AI,
Yeah.
but you need the human brain to make a diagnosis. Like, for example, if somebody comes to you, okay, with a cough, you can Google. You
Yeah.
can Google I have a cough, and Google would tell you Altai. But if you don't have the doctor to come in and put the dots together and ask the right questions and what happened, and just take the history, do physical exam, see how you look, check your medication, put the dots together, you're not going to come to the right diagnosis.
Yeah.
Put a cough, everybody would tell you it's a flu. If
True.
you don't know if you don't use your clinical judgment, it's not, anybody can be a doctor if that's what it is.
Yeah.
But the training that we get, we train, we see, we experience, all that to make the right decision for the patient.
Yeah.
AI maybe can help in some things.
Do you use any AI in your work?
Never.
Any of your coworkers use AI?
I heard one of the residents that are training under me, he he or she was treating a patient, and then we were treating the patient, we're trying to come with the right plan for the patient, and he said a plan, and I was like, no, I don't agree with that plan.
Okay.
And he was like, but AI say that. It like Chat GBT, and I'm like,
Oh no, not the Chat GPT.
I'm like, excuse me, you're treating my patient with what?
ChatGPT.
No. Like right away I looked at him, I'm like, no. And I was like, this is not gonna work.
Delete that from your phone, please. Don't use it inside the hospital.
And I'm known to be somebody who doesn't hold back.
Yeah.
Like when I started this second year, all my group of friends, residents, they were worried that I would be mean to the people that I'm training them.
The first year ones.
The first years, because I'm very blunt.
Yeah.
And I say it. So they would tell them, like, if Tabara came and talked to you and they're like, she's mean, she's that's not her. Like, once you get to know her. And then actually, whenever I started working with them, I'm one of the favorite that they like. And I think you just need to understand me. Like, I'm fun. I'm fun to work with. But when it comes to something serious, I would be serious.
Yeah, true.
Because to me, this is a life. And this patient, whoever I'm treating, I'm not treating only this patient. This patient has family. This patient had loved one. So whatever goes wrong to that, I'm not hurting only that person. I'm hurting families after him. So I have to make the right decision, and I have to be very diligent in what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's a very beautiful way.
That is
thinking
so
about
cute.
it, to be honest.
That is.
And I think they like you because you give orders too. Like, you're very clear with your orders, You might be a little bit cold giving them, but some people like to follow orders, especially if I was a first year student or practicing anything, having somebody who's done it before me telling me what to do. I feel like I would appreciate it, not hate it.
Like, I can explain to you,
Yeah.
okay? But if I explained it once to you and you still didn't listen, I will give orders.
Yeah.
Because to me now, look, I don't have time to come and teach. So like when I take some time of my time and I'm teaching you something and you chose not to listen to, I'm done.
It's your problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to give the order and that's it. You like it, you like it. You don't like it, too bad.
Yeah.
I'm here to do my job. And my job is to make sure this patient is alive and to make sure that you're learned. And if you chose not to learn, is not my problem. I'm doing the other other part of the job.
Would you ever want to teach? Like,
Hell no. No. But I can tell you why.
No, please don't.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. She was my teacher in English and math when I was in middle school. I have trauma. I literally have trauma. And I might have some brain injuries.
Wait, is it like, okay, she gets mad and like...
She's just not patient. Like, again, she explains it once. If you're not paying attention, something bad is going to happen to you. Okay. Like, you have to pick it up fast.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And you have to be present. You can't just go La La Land in your head. And I like some breaks. Yeah,
oh,
I
love La La
Thoraya has
Land.
a lot of La La Lands.
Thoraya is from La La Land.
Yeah.
So like Thoraya can listen to you for 5 minutes and the rest of the 55 minutes of the hour is in La La Land.
Yeah.
So like that's awful.
Yeah.
I suffer from that sometimes.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then I also don't, so like I know.
It's okay, guys. I know myself.
No, I love her for it though,
I love that too,
because
I
like
know.
she forces me to chill sometimes because
yeah.
I cannot. I'm an overthinker, so I've always when we're together, she forces me to calm the fuck down. So it's good.
Unless
Yeah.
she unleashes what's going on in her
Oh,
brain.
you would not want to see us when we are at that
No.
level. It's just talking for hours nonstop, just about the
Or
random shit.
conspiracy theories.
Yes, just
Break-
some
she
weird
dumps,
shit.
She dumps all of them at you at one time.
Yeah.
But you are definitely not a conspiracy theorist.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It's like very
I'm
realistic.
Like that, so
I-
we connect at that level.
Exactly. Like you see what is in front of you, and that's it.
I can't.
No,
You're
for-
you're a very, very scientific person.
This
You know,
Yes.
completely.
I love science too, but like I love conspiracy
You too?
theories too. So
Go.
like we just talk about random shit. And,
Yeah.
But
I have a question. Do you think it's harder to find partners when you are a doctor?
Yeah.
Because like in society, a doctor is like a different label. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, he's a doctor. So I don't know. You get kind of different attitude from people.
I think as a female physician, it's very hard for us to find
A partner?
A partner, because if you're not gonna find somebody who's a doctor,
Or comfortable and sure about themselves, maybe.
exactly,
does
Yeah.
not have
You-
ego issues.
exactly. It's very hard to find somebody who is comfortable with who he is,
Yeah.
to be okay to have a strong woman, because we like to, for us as female physician to be where we are, we had to go through so much, we had to suffer through so much, we had to take orders from so many people put us down. How
of
many
course.
times I've talked to a doctor and I would be like, especially when I initially wanted to do surgery, even now when I want to do cardiology,
Yeah.
oh, are you sure you want to do that as a female?
That's funny.
They put you down. They put you down. So for me, for us to find somebody who is weak and not confident being with a strong woman is very common. And they get intimidated and they try to put you down. And we're like, we don't have time for that.
For real.
If you're not gonna support me,
Yeah.
and if you're not gonna be proud of what I'm doing and push me to do better,
Yeah.
I'm okay without you,
True.
and I can do it.
Yeah. True. True.
Would you prefer someone who is in the same field? or you
Actually, I don't. I would rather somebody who's
To take
who's
you
not
off
a
of-
doctor.
yeah.
Because I don't want to talk about medicine
all the time.
all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I want to come home and just shut my brain and talk about
Something else.
everything else except medicine.
I figured because
Yeah.
you would want a break from that.
Exactly. And
How about men doctors? Like your men friends as doctors, do they find it hard to find a partner that they can trust?
No, because all women
jumping
I'm
over them.
sorry
Okay.
about
Yeah.
that, but
For men, everything is easy.
easy. Easy.
They can get
And
like
exactly. And then it's actually like I feel sometimes I do not want to be with a male doctor because everybody who's not a doctor in the hospital,
Yeah.
every female who's not a doctor in the hospital,
Is running after a doctor.
running after them.
Oh wow.
So this is not something that I want, because even if
Especially nurses. Like a lot of people say nurses
That's why I
even to
didn't
dress
say-
up, do full makeup and hair
that
just
is
so they can.
not,
Yeah.
no, yeah,
They
yeah.
do the most.
Oh yeah,
Cute.
yeah. So yeah, it's
Is it?
It's even
I
like
mean, when I say cute, it's
It's
not
like
cute.
even if it's the doctor looks like the beast, you know, the Beauty and the Beast,
Okay.
they will
Because
be
they're after
them.
the title and the money.
Exactly.
Let's be honest.
Exactly.
The
So like
lifestyle.
that's
Not the
why it's
man.
like, if I'm gonna be with somebody, I mean, I don't mind, but even if I trust that person,
Yeah.
at what point their ego
Yeah.
would be so strong
Yeah.
because of what's going on around them that they would be like, oh, you know what, I don't want to try hard for you anymore because I have a lot that are trying harder
To
for
get
me.
yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So like,
True.
you know,
True. True.
yeah, once you find that good person, which I don't know where, but
They are very rare.
You said it last time.
Rare breed.
Very,
Very
very
rare.
rare. Very rare.
Barely. So
I
pass
see.
by if you are from that rare breed.
Send in your resume.
Applications are open.
Very, very. It has to be a very long application, and then
Yeah.
I need a deposit too
Yeah, because
to review it.
I feel like as a doctor, you can't put your standards low. Like that's it. You can't. You know.
Because you worked so hard to get to that point.
Yeah.
So nothing matters anymore. You know what I mean? Like you're putting yourself and your career first.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was one doctor that I consider her my mentor. I didn't realize that, but she was talking to me the other day, and she was like, as a doctor, you need to understand that you have to be now very careful selecting who you're with, because you need to understand now you're at a income bracket that people would come for. So men would be running after, not you, could be your money. So
Just
you
like
have
how
to be very
women do
careful.
it, yeah, men can do it too. Especially in today's world, there are so many women that work outside, and the men are
Yeah,
inside
exactly.
taking care of the kids. So this is a very big possibility that you might end up with somebody that is eyeing your money and title first, not
Exactly.
you.
And I never thought about it
Yeah.
before because I always, like.
You think as a girl, this is something that you don't have to worry about. Yeah.
But yeah, it's actually something that you have to be
careful.
careful of.
Yeah, you really
For
have
sure.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Changes.
True. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I feel like it's something that you've been wanting all your life, ever since I came to life. You wanted to be a doctor, and now you're a doctor. So it's like a very big thing, and it's not easy. It's really not.
No, it's not easy.
That's nice.
I'm very proud of you too.
Thank you, Habibi.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm very
Is there
proud of
anything
you,
you
too.
want to ask us or add to the conversation?
I'll ask you something.
Okay.
Would you ever
Yeah.
consider being in the medical field?
I'm sorry, but no. It's not because I don't want to. Maybe 50% I don't want to, 50% I cannot. My brain does not comprehend the human body. And the less I know about the human body, the healthier I am.
Okay.
Like I'm sure I can do everything if I don't know what's going on in my body. I don't know my weak points. Therefore, I feel like I'm an iron woman. So I'd like to stay like that and not know anything.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. How about you, Simpson?
I considered it at one point because my parents wanted me to.
Typical.
But yes, typical Iraqi shit. But for my master's, I was looking for like psychology, like related things. I love psychology, and also I love biotechnology. So it's something that I'm very, very passionate about, like to learn. And I love to learn about biology on my own, but like to practice it in a hospital and like I just don't think I can. First of all, I have phobia from blood. If I see blood, I faint. And if I cannot see like people dying and stuff, like if I have patients, I think that would affect me too much. So practicing to be a doctor, not really, but like maybe psychology or
Gotcha.
something related to biotechnology as well.
I think you're interested in that because there is some arts related.
Yeah,
There is
to be
arts
honest.
related to this kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I've always been artistic, so it's everything
Yeah.
has to relate back to me.
Yeah.
That's true.
Even though I think being a doctor is also artistic.
Yeah.
Because like if you're performing a surgery, you have to do it in a very, like you have a
Yeah.
human body and you're
Like how
and I
to
think
sew
that's
it, cut it
exactly.
open.
I think that's the most
She was telling me, let me
unique-
tell you the other day, she was telling me,
no visual things, please. Like don't put
okay,
it
try not to visualize
But she does
it.
it. She does
How?
it like blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story is bloody.
Yeah,
never
so like
mind.
that.
No,
Yeah.
I would literally
The story is literally bloody.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
My just to say that my older sister, her favorite thing was to watch surgeries. Like
the
Oh,
scar
really?
too.
yeah.
She used
so
to
you told me, yes.
eat.
So I think people who when
watch
y'all do that,
surgery.
I know that you love that shit.
Yeah.
Like
I actually like sometimes, well, most of the time, I wish that I didn't go into medicine and went into surgery because I still love surgery. but I know it would have destroyed me more than like medicine. Yeah, it's hard in this, but surgery training would have been awful.
I think it's more
Awful.
hectic.
Awful
Yeah.
to women, especially women.
Yeah.
You cannot show emotion. I remember when I wanted to do surgery, I had a mentor that I love her. Like up until now, I still talk to her, and it's been 7 years since I trained with her.
Wow.
She was somebody who was very tough. Nobody could talk to her.
Yeah.
But she loved me, and I loved her so much. I remember one day there was one patient that I was taking care of at the ICU, and he was like dying, and I almost cried. I didn't cry. I almost cried. She was like, "Go to the bathroom right now." So I went to the bathroom, and then I came back, and then she took me to her office, and she's like, "The men, in surgery, it's very men or like male heavy specialty. As a woman, they already look at you weak.
Yeah, they already have
You
this.
can never show emotion. You can never, because they will pick on you." And that was when I was deciding on surgery. And I remember when she told me that, I'm like, I do love surgery, and I like being tough. But at the same time, I'm like, sometimes it's okay to show
cry,
emotion.
yeah.
And that was one thing. And then also their training is 5 years of miserable training.
Yeah, no.
I was like, I chose my life. I love it, but I still chose my life and my
I'm glad
happiness.
you did that, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be toxic, to be honest.
Because
Yeah.
you did what you wanted it to,
Yeah.
But at some point you have to make a decision
Exactly, yeah.
for yourself. So
True.
That's,
Your career is not all your life,
True.
It really
You have
isn't.
to really think about yourself too. Even though your career is kind of very long and requires a lot from your time, but again, you have a life outside work as well.
That's true. That's true.
You have you, and mental health is very important.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're not
absolutely.
stable mentally, you can't really help other people.
No,
Yeah,
you really
true.
can't.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being here,
I'm
Tuti.
very happy
Thank you,
that
guys,
We
for
picked
having
at
me.
your brain a lot. You
did.
I hope you're
Yeah.
not tired.
I think I need tea now.
Did we
She needs the Iraqi tea,
The
the one
Iraqi
that
tea.
makes her zen.
extra heavy one.
Exactly.
Thank
Yeah.
you guys for having me. I really
Thank
enjoyed
you.
talking to you.
Thank you.
We love you.
We love you
and
too.
We can't wait to see you again.
Yes, thank you guys for being
Thank
here.
you.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.